man, if I keep doing this, something cool's got to come out of it, right? Because you can't be this busy and be broke. You know?
I've been this busy and broke my whole life, so.
Well, then maybe nothing good is about to happen at all. But I'm also ready for that. Like, if nothing good happens, I'm pretty good with what's happened right now.
Look, man, what I've always said in life is it's better to try and fail than just to sit on your ass. It's like that guy at the skate park who just lurks, doesn't skate, goes and he hangs out, and he's like, why have I not gotten better? It's like, well,
I never understood
Are you going to do the intro, Jason?
I'll do the intro when I goddamn feel like it. Miles, you freaking... What is it? Like, once you get off this boomer... What are you? What is he? What are you? What are you? What are you? What generation are you?
You're a boomer. I don't know what I am. All right.
What are they?
I'm going.
Wait, are you something? I've got to sing. Just relax for a second.
Yeah.
My balls is totally moving, new and improving. Not that we get back up. I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is on?
That was sick.
Yeah.
All hail the king
It wasn't
of the West.
It wasn't that great. You're a real singer.
No,
You're not really a singer, but you're a singer. You have 1 million followers and you have many songs. You have hits.
Thank you, bro.
You have a hit, right?
Yeah, I have a song right now. It's number 31 on alternative radio with like over 20 million streams, and it's just taken off. And
how does that work when you don't have a because it's not about gold or platinum anymore, right?
yeah. So
Or
you
is-
have to
what
have
is it now?
100 million streams to go gold, I think.
Oh.
And then it's like 500. No, and then it's 1 billion streams to go platinum.
Oh,
It's
it got really. Did it get way harder, or did I just?
yeah, no,
That's really hard, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are like really big artists, and there's like 1% have platinum plaques. We all have great careers. Like I have a great life. Like I'm able to have a nice car and a nice home and pay for everything off music. But the platinum thing is like, good luck. But we'll get it one day, baby.
Who has name a few artists that have platinum? Who's that?
For the
that like
newer artists,
Taylor Swift or something?
yeah, the newer artists, they got to be pretty big. You know, like back in the day, in like in the 2000s and the 90s, music was only bought. You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
streamed, so it was easier to sell 1 million records. Now
Yeah.
it's like, who's buying a record? You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Have you bought a record lately?
Nah.
Yeah. See,
I mean, the last record I ever bought was my record.
let's go, baby. Me too.
That was only just because I was like, there's no way it's really in the store. And then I went in there and I was like, look at that. It's in the store. Yeah, I'll buy it. And then I took a photo of it. I don't think I played it, but whatever. I've got your ring on. It's got a crocodile on it.
Yes.
No, an alligator? 'Cause
An
you're
alligator. 'Cause
American.
I'm from Florida.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so there's alligators
And
there.
what kind of stone is it?
I don't know. The guy that made it told me. So Clocks and Colors, shout out to those guys. I have a ring coming out.
You don't know the name of the stone that you picked for your own ring?
There's a lot I don't know, bro.
I mean, it's a good ring, but I'd like it more if you said that it was like a special rock that was like grew up in your family, or maybe an alligator.
I think it's
You replaced it with an eye or something.
I think you're right on that. I forgot
Is
to
this
say
alligator's
that.
eye
Yeah.
stone or something? What's your name again?
My name is Chad Tepper.
Do you know you?
I don't know myself.
Do you wear those sunglasses a lot?
I do. I have bags under my eyes forever, bro.
How old are you?
I am 31. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really have It's kind of a. You know what? You don't have. You're not. You got hotter.
Whoa, daddy.
Not like that.
All right.
Not like that. No, I see.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
I see, like, because with the sunglasses on, I wasn't sure, but because you got tattoos. Because I feel like some chicks, because we kind of look like we would hang out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're both like overly tattooed, and you're not like the most shredded dude in the world, and neither am I.
Well,
But you have a pretty face.
thank you, bro. You too. I appreciate that.
But when
yeah.
you took your sunglasses off, and you like, do you have like you kind of do have like dark circles a little bit and a little bit baggy, but they're not ugly eyes. They're like pretty eyes. Like your girlfriend probably thinks what I'm saying is right? Yeah, I'm kind of right. Like it's
Thank
not.
you, bro.
It's it's making me feel better about me because I'm older, and I have like especially lately my eyes look more tired
Yeah.
because I'm 50. You know,
Wow.
like that's,
See, you do not look 50 at
not
all,
like- I could
bro.
hang out with you.
You look younger than me.
we could hang out.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard me sing.
You're great. You're a great
I'm all right. I
singer.
could get away with being like on a track with you for sure.
But listen, what rock music is, it's not about look.
I have a huge range though.
your
Chad.
your range.
Oh yeah, I can sing ballads. What are some of my hits? Wait, I'm talking to people that don't care about me.
Yeah, that's my life. I feel that.
I had a couple of albums back in the day. I had a couple of chart toppers myself.
Whoa.
Yeah, Taint Stick is a band that was on the Billboard charts, and I was the singer. And we had like we were on the Billboard charts. I got like one of those dumb plaques or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then we made our own albums. We changed it because we had a radio show on Sirius, so we couldn't go on tour. So the record label that we had a deal with, they got all the money.
Yeah,
And
that's
we
the
were
way
like-
it always is.
We were like, wait a minute. You're saying we don't? This is how much money we get for having an album on the Billboard charts, and they were like, "Yeah, well, you make your money on the road. Do you go on the road?
Yeah.
Is that where you make your money, or is it changed now? And do you are you able to get money and the record label doesn't, or how does that work?
I feel like people are making money out there. What?
I don't know. Wait, okay, so you're saying
So
live doesn't make money either
no,
anymore?
it does. It totally does. It's a thing for me where I am doing these shows where I'm getting paid a certain amount of money, but it's like, look, let's say I get $7,000 to do a show.
Yeah.
I fly out there. I fly my drummer, my bass, my guitar player, my manager.
Yeah.
And then I
Hotel
do
rooms.
hotels and I
Yeah.
do cars and I do per diems and I do food, and it's like, oh, Chad, you just perform it in front of 50,000 people and you made $100.
Right.
Like, but it's the journey, man.
What about the merch and stuff?
Yeah. The merch, you can make a lot of money on two different things, but I feel like, it's getting harder and harder to make a living doing your dreams like this. But you just got to keep pursuing and keep going. But the way that I make my money is from streaming. So every time somebody streams my song, not right now because I'm signed to this record label called Epitaph, and I got to recoup.
That sounds like that name sounds like a familiar, big, powerful name.
Yes, it's
So they
one of
own
the
you.
biggest punk rock labels like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're on them.
And I'm on them.
So that
yes.
means you don't get no money, they get it.
Yes, but they did give me a lot of life-changing money at the beginning where I
Oh.
was almost homeless again.
Like a fat check.
A really big check.
Wait, you're almost you've been homeless?
I was.
Yeah, you had a pretty hard childhood, right?
I had a very hard childhood. Yeah, I was homeless as a kid from 5 to 12. So for 7 years, I lived in cars and tents, side of
When
the
you
road.
were 5.
In Orlando, in
Who
Florida. My mom, my dad, and my 2 brothers.
So your whole family lived in a car. So where'd you sleep?
So my dad and my brother would be in the front, and me, my mom, and my little brother would be in the back. So literally for years, I would sleep like this.
Yeah.
But during the summertime, we could go to campsites and we put up a tent, and it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I didn't see
What
any
did you
difference.
eat in the campsites?
Oh, so this is where it gets even crazier. I was a vegan for 19
Wait,
years.
not your
so-
whole family.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say,
yeah.
to be 5 and say that you're vegan, that's not really... It was your family's choice.
It was my family's choice.
So that means
yeah.
you guys were broke and trying to eat plant-based meals?
It wasn't really plant-based meals. We would be eating ramen noodles and rice and maybe like a little vegan sausage, just this little, but very, very weird life. My dad was a really cool guy, but he was like super hippie.
Yeah,
Like
sounds like
we
it.
would be smoking weed as a little kid. I'd be drinking with
It sounds
them
like
and-
you're in a bit of a cult,
yeah,
but
yeah,
just like in a car
yeah,
with just you guys.
yeah.
He
But
sounds like a cult leader.
cult lead, bro.
Like
he
you
led.
all had to eat plant-based. You all had to be... Do you know what I mean? Like nobody
Yeah.
could break out and...
And it was kind of like Nigel Houston, what he went through with his dad, like, telling him what to eat and what not to do and what to this and what to that. And like we were like anti-medicine. We didn't go to the doctors. We were super hippie.
Okay, did anybody ever get like sick enough to go to hospital? Or did you
Yeah,
get lucky?
my brother almost died. He got stung by a bunch of wasps, and he
Yeah.
had to have his like heart restarted, and like so. I
So
mean,
you,
obviously,
you did go to hospital.
yeah. I mean, when you have to go, but besides
gave in.
that,
Your dad gave in and was like, okay.
well, I mean, who's that one actor where his like son was dying, but he's a Scientologist and he wouldn't go to the hospital? It's not like that, but.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it gets
He-
when he
he-
gets, when
he's
he gets like if a shark bit your leg off, he'd be like, all right, you can.
Like, I get it. I get it.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Okay, so it wasn't completely crazy.
Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? And that's where Fume comes in.
Cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habit.
It's wood, it's solid craftsmanship, you can fidget with it, and ooh, that fresh minty flavor. You know what's nice about this? I'm not going to end up with horrible breath. It's probably helping my breath, if anything, and it's bringing me back to the old days, but with none of the bad stuff that I associate with those bad old days.
Fume is pronounced fume, in case you were wondering, and I find it to be delightful. I like that it's got no chemicals in it because I don't like chemicals because I'm trying to be healthy, but I also like sucking on stuff.
Yes, you do.
Instead of electronics, fume is completely natural. Instead of vapor, fume uses flavored air, and instead of harmful chemicals, fume uses all natural, delicious flavors, mate.
If you got a bad habit that you got to break, that's where Fume comes in. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, even fun. Fume has served over 100,000 customers and has thousands of success stories. There's no reason that can't be you.
You can go to tryfume.com and you can use the code Jason for 10% off. And they got like a journey pack, and it's got like all different flavors. It comes in the box, and you can take different flavors, and you put it in your little thing, and you suck on it, just like I do.
That's tryfum.com and use code Jason to save an additional 10% off your order today.
Is he alive now?
He's not. He passed away a few years ago.
Sorry, mate.
It's okay. Right before.
Your mom alive?
My mom is alive. Yes.
She got money?
No, so she lives in a trailer right now. So what I'm trying to do is
Get enough money to get her
get
out?
enough money to buy her house. And
You don't want her to live with you, right?
no, well, we offered her to come and live with us, but she's just, even my beautiful fiance, she's like, yeah, come, because she loves my mom. And I was like, I would love her to come live
Yeah.
with me, but she doesn't really want to. So
Yeah.
it kind of, it is what it is. Yeah, but we're trying. We're gonna get it, man. Yeah.
So you're trying to get enough money to get her a house as well.
This is the problem that we live in. I'm 31 years old. I'm engaged. I'm trying to start my future. This is the first bit of money where I'm able to buy a nice car and get a nice house. And it's like, okay, do I do the selfish thing where I go, you know what? I'm gonna live in an apartment and then I'm gonna buy my mom a house and then I'm gonna rough it. But then it's like I've been roughing it my whole life. When I moved from Florida out to LA, to pursue all this, I lived on a couch for a couple years, and then I lived in the living room, and then I had nothing, working 2 jobs, and I've worked my ass off even for this little bit. So it's like, what do you do? It's like I send my mom money and I help her, but it's like I also have to think of my future too, just a little bit.
I think the hardest thing, because I'm older than you, I've been through it already, but to have nothing and then to have something and not flex every little cent that you have is hard.
It's
It
is.
the responsible thing. Like now that I'm older and now I've met, because I used to hang out with negative people because I was negative,
Yeah.
and that's how I felt secure around people that were insecure.
Yeah.
because we could all relate. And then when I got older and achieved things, gained confidence, went to therapy, started associating with people that were, still, we're all still tweaked, but a lot of shit together. Had that, a lot of plans that had done a lot of things with their life, and I'm like, oh wow, I never thought about that. You could do that, or you could invest that, or you could. Oh man, so you're saying you get a condo and you rent it out? I never heard of that.
I wasted
Are you that
so
kinda-
much money when I first got, because before all this, the most I had in my account might be $3,000-$4,000, and then you go on your account and you have close to big money, and you're just like, wait, I could buy this. I could buy this.
Yeah.
I don't, because my whole life I would shop at the thrift store, you know, or like when I used to skateboard and I first got clothes and shoes sent to me when I would first get on Flow or sponsored, I'd
Yeah.
be like, this is free. This is the best ever. So I never had anything. So you have a little bit of money and you kind of want to start big dicking a little
I know,
bit,
right?
you know, because everybody disrespects you and treat you like crap
Yeah.
your whole life. And now I'm like, oh,
Yeah, because you weren't supposed to amount to anything, and then when you get some money, you need to go back to where you were with all your shiny shit on and be like, none of you guys
but for
can
what
even come.
though?
Yeah, exactly. Because the people that got to see that, all they did was not like you for flossing,
Yeah.
and it didn't do anything for anybody.
It's
I
hard.
don't regret it though.
I don't regret it.
See what I mean? When I look back at it, I go, man, that was so dumb. But I also, like, if a movie could play, because as long as I wasn't like, all right, I'm gonna wear like $10,000 worth of clothing and jewelry, and go back to Australia, and then a shark bites my head off. That's not what I want. But if it's just a movie of me walking around like such a dickhead with all this stuff on and being like, let's go get drinks, everybody, and then no, I didn't die. It's like, you look like a douche. You were being a douche, and it was funny. Like,
Yeah.
It was like, I know what you were. I wasn't trying to be mean to anybody.
No.
I was just. Can you believe I have money to like buy this jacket?
Yes.
Like, can anybody believe it? That's
Yes.
kind of what it was. I think it was like a decade of shock where I just kept buying things going, can you believe I have this? Can anybody understand how me in this car makes no sense at all? So how could I not buy another one next year and be like, I did it again, you guys, look at this. No, now I've got an S-Class Mercedes. I don't even know. Is 55 good? Like, I was...
That's what I was doing, you know. I never even
It's fun.
seen a Mercedes Benz growing up. I didn't even know those existed.
Yeah.
And then I got, the CLA one, and then I was like, oh, I need a nicer one than this. I just signed a record deal.
Yeah,
Let me
no,
spend 80 grand.
I used to talk smack on people that had, like, C-Classes and stuff.
For
People would be like,
what?
I got a Mercedes, and I'd be like, a C-Class, dude.
Listen. We always... Listen, it takes a real man to look back at when you were not
That
being
was like
the
6
best.
months ago.
Okay. That was like
I'm
6
joking.
days ago
I
for
know,
me.
right? No, seriously, those C-Class, good stuff.
But sometimes it's hard when we're not taught. For me, when I was in high school, I would have one pair of jeans and then holes in my shoes from skating and one shirt, and that's what I wore all week. So I was always the poor loser kid. So it's like my closet's ginormous. I don't wear half the stuff, but it's like I kind of
Even the
need
fashion
it.
stuff.
I used to be. I know. Like these, I got sent from Volcom for free. These I got at like a used store. Like I shop at thrift stores and stuff. These I got
Yeah, but
from.
if you shop at thrift stores, those shoes are like ballsy.
Thanks, man. I
They're
know.
not even shoes. That's just like a pancake that was attacked by a cat or something.
I was gonna
Like-
put on my
like,
Vans
what happened
today.
to the back of it?
I know, but that's why they're great, bro. They're the lazy shoes. You just put them on and then boom, you're good to go. You know.
I mean, it's not really a shoe.
Let's see it.
I'm calling it a shoe. Can you point the camera to it? Oh, okay.
I got these for $12 at a thrift store like 10 years ago.
Well, you can barely tell, you know?
And they're still good. I'm gonna have them for another 10. I
See,
think.
that's where I feel like fashion, I like fashion, but I don't, there's certain things where I'm like, nah.
These
no
are more
way.
comfy than fashion.
I
for
know,
me.
but it's still but you're rocking them,
That's true.
you know?
But am I pulling it off?
And then, yeah, because that's what a fashionable person is. Somebody that can wear absolutely anything and pull it off. I'm convinced of that. Because that hat, nobody
douche.
should wear that. But that shit's back. I know my son is 15 and he wears like that, and I'm like, hey man, what? Do you know what you have on right now?
Because you remember it from the
And
heyday.
He's like, yeah, what? Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah, it was whack when I was coming up, and now it's good because you didn't know that it was whack when it was coming up. But you got a lot of tattoos, but you don't look dirty either.
Oh, thanks, bro.
To be honest.
But wait,
do I
wait.
look dirty?
No. I mean, I'd
Do you
give
know what
you
I'm
a
saying?
kiss.
though? Like
What-
tattooed dirty people?
Do I look dirty now with these dicks on me?
No.
Okay, what
No,
about
'cause
this
you don't-
one? I love trash. It's a rat humping.
Yeah,
a
but
trash.
it's done. It's done well. You can tell you got like some expensive cool guy to do that tattoo. Do I look? Hey, you're his fiance. Do I look dirty? Look, if I was hanging out with your fiance, you'd be like, yeah, it makes sense. You guys are cool, right? We'd be cool. Right.
So one of my best friends is
making sure.
Zach Holmes from the new Jackass movie.
Yeah,
and then my
Zackass.
Yeah, that's one of my best
friends
friends.
with that.
My other friend is Skinny Vinny. He's on Steve-O's podcast, Wild Ride, and so when I introduced my fiance to them, like, she's cool. She understands the dirty tattoos and the lifestyle. Yeah, it's rad.
See, Steve-O looked dirty, and now because he's so super sober, you can tell that he's not disgusting anymore. Right? Somehow he did that. Like, somehow he doesn't. His teeth, he just doesn't look like. I would hug him now. I hugged him the other day, but it's like 10 years ago, I would not hug that guy.
Well, he's got his
nasty.
wife now, and he's clean. And it's just like, even for me, when I have a long day, she's like, you gotta take a shower, and I'm like, okay.
Are you a deodorant guy?
I love deodorant. I have to. I used to never
got a
smell
deodorant
good.
company.
Oh, you gonna give me one?
Yeah, you can have 2.
Oh,
There's different flavors and shit.
Whoa.
They don't test on animals and stuff, so it's good.
I love
and it
that.
actually works. Because I train, I sweat like nobody can match me.
Wow.
And that stuff works.
See, but I love that you don't test on animals. I don't understand why these shitty ass companies want to do
Right?
that.
Like, why don't you just put it in your armpit?
Why don't you
How
just
bad can
hire
it
some
be?
guy to do it?
It's a bit rashy. Okay, well then, survive it. Like, I don't understand why animals need to be put into this.
It is so wrong what we do to animals, and I feel like in 100
You
years.
eat meat though, right?
I do eat meat, unfortunately.
When did you break from your parents?
So I was. So I used to be a hometown hero professional skateboarder where I wasn't making a lot of money, but I had a pro board and I had shoes.
You had a pro board on who?
Yeah, Murder Ride Skateboards. It
On
was
who?
Murder Ride Skateboards. It was a
Murder
small company out of Clearwater. Yeah, it was a little company, but
Yeah.
but I had a pro board, and before I was amateur and skating and
Me and Miles are busting your balls right now.
no, go for it.
'cause
Say it.
You
We all know
you're a
those
pro
hometown
skateboarder,
people.
but it's not really though.
No, not. I was making
Like, did
probably
you go
like
to contests?
Yeah, I was probably making like 2. So I grew up going to skate park at Tampa contest, skating the local contest.
What year?
And
is
then this was
Shut
2005.
up, Miles. I'm allowed to. Miles thinks I'm a pro Nazi.
Yeah,
but
no.
I'm like,
it's
dude, I
cool.
was top 3 in the world. Yeah, I will fucking break you down.
No,
Like,
but
there's levels
you,
to this shit.
You really were, and I grew up watching you. So,
Right.
yeah, but what people got to understand is when you're skating, and I would skate a bunch of skate contests, and I grew up skating contests, and then I would go to like ASR and Surf Expo,
yeah.
and I would meet people, and then they would, give me free stuff or bring
Yeah.
me on tour or do stuff like that. And it would start to gain up, and I would go and I would be winning contests and doing these things, and then this small company is like, oh, I'm going to give you a board. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't know what that really meant or what that was.
Okay.
So I took that, and then I actually skated for Steve-O Shoe Company back in the day, Snow Shoes. I don't know if you remember that shoe company.
Steve-O had a shoe company.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not here saying I was the greatest
Yeah.
ever, and I think a lot of it was because who I was.
I saw a video of you skate. I've been checking you out. You can skate.
Thanks, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
try. And, when
I
you
can
get
tell
older,
what,
it's hard.
I can tell what era you're from as well.
Well, skateboarding's changed so fucking much.
I know. That's why.
Like-
That's why it's like I can tell you're like you can skate parks, but you skated parks way before people skated parks.
Yeah.
And you could skate street way before anybody skated parks and street. So you were a little bit mixed up in a world that wasn't really a thing that people were looking for. You were like a vert dude on street, which is not a good idea.
Not a good idea. See, for me, I grew up skating in a skate park called Cocoa Beach Skate Park, and they had like a cradle and big flow course, and then there was a little street course. But then I was on this team where every weekend we would go to local contests around Florida and Georgia.
Yeah.
And I would, compete in these contests when I was like really bad at when I was first getting started in doing contests,
Whatever.
getting like last place and shit.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
But it sounds like fun though. Traveling
Yeah.
around, going to contests and shit.
Yeah. Oh, it was
I always
a
thought they were
dream.
more fun when you weren't as good.
Yeah.
Like if no one expected me to win, it was pretty relaxing. Like I was just up there and I was waiting for them to call my name, and then I'd give it everything I had, and I didn't even really care.
Yeah.
But when you start getting good and then people are watching, and you're like, man, if I don't do good, I won't get my job, my career won't. It seemed like, I mean, to be honest, that was when pressure started.
But it's just so dumb. It's like when you go from like all age, skating like 13 and up or 12 and up or whatever, and then you go into sponsored division, there's a whole lot more pressure.
Yeah.
You're winning all these contests and open ages, but then when you go to sponsored, it's like, oh, last place. Maybe I shouldn't be.
Man, try coming over to America with like a holiday visa and trying to do, like you were. I was thinking if I did well, I could get a job and live in America.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
But if I didn't do good, then I would be deported, and then I would have to get a normal job. And I remember thinking, because I had a normal job to save the money to get the plane ticket. And I remember every time I took a normal job to get the money for the plane ticket, I made mental notes every day that you can't do this forever. You know what I mean? You better figure out, because I was soft, Like I feel like, I don't know about soft. It's funny. Because it's like if I love something, then it doesn't matter how hard it is.
Come on.
Then it's easy to do.
Come on.
But if it's something that I don't like, being a trolley boy at a supermarket, or like a courier, or all these other jobs that I hated. They broke me. You know what I mean? Like there would be
it's because
days
you
where
weren't
I'd be like,
supposed to do it.
I hate this so much that I don't even know why if I want to exist anymore. And then when I look back at it, I'm like, you had like an hour lunch break. Like it was. People were like smoking cigarettes. Nobody, like, your job wasn't hard. Put the trolley in the trolley. Like, it was pretty easy.
But now you work 24 hours a day, huh? Just like me. It never gets turned off. Don't you miss that 9 to 5? Where you're like, at 5, putting my phone away, not answering any phone calls.
A little. I mean, not really, because it just seems like I'm so used to living like this that it seems like prison.
Yeah.
If I had to work in the supermarket, I feel like I'd be in jail.
I always tell my fiance,
spoiled.
We're very spoiled.
Yeah.
If this was all to end, I haven't had a real job in forever. But if this would all end for me, I don't know how I would handle it. I'd probably take a little bullet. No.
Yeah, I thought about it. The show started dropping down when I lost my job at Sirius. Like I was making over $1 million a year, and all of a sudden I was making, I don't know yet, but probably not, like $100,000 or something. And I was like, oh my God, like, is it over? And then getting divorced and everything just started to fall off. I had to fire somebody that worked here because I didn't have any more money to pay him. And I was like, if I pay him, the show goes under. And I can't afford to have a studio in the house if I don't get rid of him. And then everybody hated me for that. So it got even smaller. And I was like, wow. Is this where it ends? But then I remembered that I've thought that I don't know how many times, because that's a bad thing about hitting my head on a lot. I don't really remember everything anymore. So,
see, do you hear that, baby? So I've been knocked out 12 times. I've probably had I don't even know.
Well, that's pretty good.
30 concussions, like.
Oh, okay. I've had over 50.
Fuck. So, yeah. but you. My memory's so bad, and I have other stuff from hitting my head, and it's
do
like
drugs?
No.
Like, do you do hard drugs?
I used to dabble in some drugs, nothing too
do you
hard.
Smoke weed and do shrooms?
Oh, I smoke weed and I eat shrooms every day now.
California, man.
Yeah, baby, come on.
What's up with that?
Come on.
California.
Because look, like I never had a problem.
Do you drink?
I don't drink anymore.
Me neither.
Yeah, what's the point?
Right,
Ugh.
if you've got weed and mushrooms, what is the point?
Where's the weed and mushrooms?
I do. I've got a rate. Like do you have a fucking M3?
No. I have a AMG C43 Mercedes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you could give me one if you want. I was skating this
Felt good.
Florida Bull Riders Pro and Am contest at the
Wait,
Cocoa
you can ride
Beach.
bulls?
Yeah, bulls. No, bulls. Florida Bull Rider.
What's a bowl?
A bull.
Oh.
Yeah, like a park.
Oh, skate park.
Yeah.
Oh.
And PBR was sponsoring the event, and Marty, who owns Kona Skate Park, was doing the event. And I was probably 18 at the time, and I'm just drinking PBR like crazy. And one of the photographers from Thrasher was there taking photos. So I go and I hit the cradle. I'm drunk as fuck, and I'm just like, oh, I'm going to go fucking 12 o'clock. So I tried to go all the way. Oh, sorry.
Too much YouTube.
I try to go all the way up, upside down, and I fall from the top of the cradle all the way down the bottom onto my neck.
Yeah.
And it was one of those moments where I was so drunk, didn't feel nothing. So that was the greatest drunk moment for me.
Got that on video?
No, that was like 2007, bro.
I hate that.
Videos, isn't it crazy that video really didn't exist
I know,
back
right?
then?
Such a bummer, but
Such a
also
bummer.
probably a good thing though. 'Cause there was a couple where I was like, "That was so cool," but also I don't need anybody to see that.
Well, I'm friends with Tommy Lee, and I was talking to him, and he's like,
I'm friends with his wife.
Brittany, yeah.
As close as I get.
Tommy's a sweetheart, but I was talking
Yeah, he
about, I
seems
was
like a
like,
nice dude.
if you had cameras back then, if you had cell phone cameras, bro, you
Yeah.
would have been in so much trouble nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
because he'd be doing some wild stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's in trouble without the camera. How do you hang out with him because of your music?
I wrote a song called Tommy Lee, and he found it, and Brittany reached out to me, and she's like, I heard the song you wrote about my husband. I was like, ooh, because there's some like Pamela Anderson remarks in there,
Yeah.
and I thought he was gonna be mad, but I'm in Maui in Hawaii, and he gets on the phone. He's like, bro, that's the best song I ever heard. The hooks, this, that, and just from making music, he found me, and then we started to become friends. Very weird. Yeah.
So wait, now you hang out, just shoot the shit?
So we text and we call and we talk to each other all the time, but it's literally been, he's been on tour for 3 months, and then I go on tour for 3 months. Then he goes on tour for 3 months, and then I go on tour.
Yeah.
And now he's coming back in like a week, but I'm leaving in a week. So we
you're on
haven't been
tour
able
all
to
the
hang
time.
out yet.
You're constantly on tour.
But it's literally, he's on tour, I'm on tour, and it's like,
Do you like it, the road?
I hate it.
Oh, no.
I hate it. I want to be home with my dog and my fiance, and I want to.
Yeah.
I love being on stage, but
Are you a whore?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard not to be a whore?
No,
Have you ever been a whore?
not really. I've always been like
for
a
you.
hopeless romantic.
That's where we split.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We
Well,
were hanging out.
Yeah.
And then I gotta go whore off.
But look, everybody's
No one's perfect.
nobody's perfect. But the thing is, I've always been like that guy looking for love and serious relationships, and
Yeah, me too.
like an idiot, you know. But yeah.
But that was my mistake. Because I kept forgetting that I was a giant whore. And then it just they collide, you know.
Yeah. It's hard, man. You know. But
Not
I
anymore though.
not anymore. Come on.
That's why I realized that I like Wolf so much. I'm supposed to be like completely by myself, and every now and then you can go in my cave and I'll give you a good going over, and then you gotta go. I'll bite you on the neck a couple of times, and then you're gonna fuck off.
No, I feel
Yeah.
that. Look,
Like, you ever see Dracula, but the one where it's like the guy he's that dude, the Impaler guy, and then he goes to a cave and he escapes from Dracula, but then he realizes that there's these other dudes, I think they're Persians or something, they're gonna take him over, and they're gonna wipe his family out, and he's like, you know what? If I go up there, turn into Dracula, I could save my kingdom.
yeah,
So he goes up there and makes the deal. That guy, that's me.
that's you. That's
Yeah.
a good guy.
I just hang out in the cave, and every now and then someone stupid comes in my cave, rough them up, give them a good going over, and then off they go. And then that way, everybody's happy.
Yeah. Did
Because it's not like his cave didn't have Netflix and a pool. I have a pool. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. I don't get that lonely.
no mini ramp though?
The owner said that I could have a mini ramp, but we don't. This podcast is not doing that well.
Well, we got to get it
So I don't
going
really make
up.
that much money, but he said I could build one in the front yard. I just don't have any money to
So
build.
I know the owner of OC Ramps, bro. I'll connect you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got a full skate park in this. It's not great. It's like 2 little quarters and like a little rail and little ledge and
In your house?
outside of my house.
Sick.
I
Yeah,
thought I
I'd
would
be
skate it
stoked
more.
if I had one out the front because it's like a big backyard. And I was like, man, I'd be pumped. And then my son could skate it too.
Yeah. I'll connect you with the dude. Very
Yeah.
sweet dude. You know, maybe
I want to make the track where it's like berms and then. Did you just giggle, Miles?
somebody's got to kick him, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like your dad might be Tony Hawk, but you're not. All right. So just step back a little bit on where I go in skateboarding talk.
I just like that it went from a mini ramp to a pump track. Like right when you were about to get hooked up, you switched to a pump.
Did you see that?
Dude,
I was trying.
we're riffing. It's a podcast. You know? You just say stuff. You throw it at the wall and see if they stick. Some fucking slip off, some don't.
A
But
pump
you
track
never
would be
know
cool.
until you go. As I was saying, Chad, racetrack, berms, right? and then you go around the berm, and then pump humps. So you can keep speed, and then go around, and then we can race each other and wear like pads or like even have those like bumper things and smash each other off the track. So every
With a
afternoon,
loop too.
have you haven't done the loop?
No,
have you?
you know what? I never had the opportunity to. As dumb as I am, I probably would have tried it.
Yeah, I talked to Tony about it the other day. It sounds like it's over.
Yeah, but did you see that video of
said he
Schaefer
feels-
back in the day?
Oh, dude, he's not the only one. Jimmy Wilkins.
Yeah.
But a bunch of people have done that. So that's why Tony's aced it.
Yeah.
He's like,
gnarly.
it's somewhere, and he's like, I set it up, and everyone's like, woo, you know what I mean? Everyone meets and talks about it, and they all have fun, and tons of people make it, and they get their video, and then one person takes, you know what I mean, some colossal slam that is like helicoptered to hospital, and he's like, that's it, I'm done.
Did you ever want to do it?
I'm the 13th person to do it.
You did do it.
Of course I did it, dude. I tried to tell you at the start of this podcast, there's levels. to
Shit,
this.
man. I shouldn't even
I'm
said
one of-
I skateboarded. I should just fucking.
That's
sorry,
why.
I
That's
should
why you
just
kind of
freaking-
boot. You fell into a trap. You're talking to one of the greats. One of the greats. Not a lot of people are going to say it, but you look, argue it. Call him. Argue. Call
I'm
Rob
about
Dearden.
to.
Call Tony Hawk.
What?
Call him.
I'm about to DM him, bro.
Who's
We
one of
follow
the
each
greats?
other.
Ellis is one of the greats. That's it.
What
It's not my call. It's just what
do
it
you
is.
say about people thinking Bam did it 13th?
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. It's not a pissing contest. Okay, yeah, you did it. I got 14th, but I'm pretty sure I was before him. But I don't care. Like, that doesn't mean anything, you know. Like, who can do it over and over again? Who can do it right now, and who can like go to rehab again? You know. I'm good. I'm winning over here.
Come
making
on.
the right choices. Yeah,
I love it.
but like I said, it's not a pissing contest.
Bob did it switch.
And he did the open
Yeah.
loop.
Bob's one of the greatest ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just pretty good.
Have you been to the pump track at the Y over in San Clemente?
I've never been to a pump track.
Well, I mean, neither. I've always wanted to. That
Me
looks
too.
sick. Yeah.
I saw one the other day that was like Bob Burnquist was on some tour and they had it, and I was like, it was just wide enough. It had two pumps on the flat. It was perfect for two people to race, but like no rules. You know, like
So
race
cool.
to like knock each other off. I thought it was funny. I would watch it. I would do it. I would smash into somebody. You know what I mean? Fuck you guys. It's fun. I wanted to do border cross. But skateboard across instead of snowboard across.
Oh.
Except you'd have to make like some crazy downhill track with like turns and stuff.
They have that
Where?
in San Diego.
No.
Skater cross.
Yeah, it's not really the same. That's like two little bump jumps or whatever. Whatever. It's at the Y and you're not allowed to punch each other. So it's stupid.
What? How do you feel about skateboarding right now with the way? Because even from my generation to these kids, like the kid that just won the X Games doing like what was it, kickflip back tail, like big spin out, like that run. Did you
Yeah.
see that run?
Yeah, I think I saw that trick. He did like 360 flip and then some sort of like another three, like a back foot flip off the rail.
Jin Woo.
Yeah. I didn't even know what it was. That's how I just go. Wait, did he 360 flip into a nose grind and then did he do a back foot impossible out of a nose grind? Because it looked like just some sort of ridiculous whirlwind of flipping stuff in and out of a hand round. I was like, yeah, okay. I'm happy that he can do that.
Yeah.
But I never cared about. I'm not trying to get anybody. I never cared about anybody going down a fucking handrail ever. I'm a vert dude. I
You
care
like getting
about
high.
Christian Osoe. I care about Chris Miller's still the best dude that ever skated.
Miller flip's so sick. Yeah,
Miller flip.
Chris Miller.
That's not who did Miller
I know. I'm
flips.
fucking with you. Come on,
You
dude.
are not. You don't know vert.
First,
okay.
first of all, yes. But I think Tony has a big reason why these kids are so crazy with flip in and flip out stuff because
I mean, him and Rodney Mullen are
yeah,
are responsible for all the progression
Think-
because they started it.
Think about I remember when I started first playing Tony Hawk, we were doing ollies and board slides on handrails, and then 10, 20 years went by and these kids are just doing crazy flip in, flips out. I'm like, wow.
I think the craziest thing about it is there were people that could flip onto a rail back in the 90s, but it just seems like now people do that and they do it and they make it over and over again now. Like it used to be, you'd see somebody hit something crazy and it'd be in a video part and he'd probably never do it again. And now it just seems like I see videos of skateboard contests where I'm like, I feel like that dude does that like 7 or 8 times a year. Like he goes to a contest and he goes, let's do it. Like same with the vert dudes.
Doing the 900, bro.
Mitchy Brusco just does every year. He does a 900. He doesn't. It's like when he feels good, he doesn't say anything about it. He warms up and then I can tell by the setup here. I'm like,
here we go.
And then he will just make it's either one or second try. And then he'd be like, good, just need to do one every year.
What do you feel about that little kid who is doing 9s just in contest runs all day? But
I don't really care. It doesn't count to me. Like, I'm happy for
But
him.
I feel like that's why he's not getting a lot of respect because he's a little kid, you know?
Pay your dues. Get a girlfriend and have a drinking problem and then do a 900. Otherwise, spare me. I don't care. Do you know how easy it is to do skateboard tricks when you're unscarred?
I mean,
try the pain of life beating you down. And then you go and then put on 80 pounds.
Amen.
And then you're a spinning top. Piss off. You got no legs. You got nowhere to fall. When you fall, it's like you're like 6 inches off the ground in the first place.
What does he have to do to impress you? Kickflip 9?
Shave, motherfucker.
He just does a kickflip 1080 and just like
grow a beard and then do a 1080. Because I guarantee you, when that kid gets a beard, his 1080 is going to leave him. It is. Or here's the difference. This is why I'm right. If he can do a 1080 with a beard, he'll be the biggest skateboarder in vertical skateboarding easily.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, you're right.
Mitchy Brusco is now a full-size man. Mitchy Brusco, when he did the Mega Ramp 1080,
yep.
that was sick. That was amazing. He did he span again, dude. He's done more than 1260. He's done
he did a 1260
on the Mega Ramp.
That.
He did a 1260, right, Miles?
Yeah, here I'm pulling it up.
Oh man!
But this is right before, because now what he is now, he has stubble after he shaves.
Yeah,
like he's a man.
Yeah,
he's had a girlfriend, I believe. I don't want to get into it too much, but I think he had his heart broken.
It happens.
And he went through some depression. And he's been through that's what life is. That's what being a man is.
Here it is.
And now, look at him, full-size man. This is the hardest thing anyone's ever done on a skateboard. That's insane.
Wow. See, I thought Shaun White was going to be pulling those tricks, but I think he got older.
Come close. This guy. Snowboarder.
Shaun White has one of the best vert runs of all time.
Who, what?
Shaun White has one of the best vert runs of all time.
Shut up. Idiot. Oh my God! With a stink bug, fronted air is one of the greatest runs of all time. I think not. Oh man, body varial stalefish rodeo. The thing's disgusting. It's so insane. Just a squatty potty in the air. He's got a lot of power.
Yeah,
I'll give it to him. Got a lot of power. Definitely a talented guy.
I used to see you
Hideous.
skate this metal vert
Absolutely
ramp.
hideous in the air. Who?
You.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
thing still up?
Nah, they took it down and they replaced it with this another metal ramp that sucks.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of vert and no coping.
How do you skate a metal ramp that big? And you had to get burned, right?
Well, it was because of the weather. The weather was so bad in Melbourne that if you didn't have a metal ramp, if it was wood, it'd be done in a year.
Yeah.
Just from the weather. So we had squeegees. So it would rain and we'd just squeegee the water off and then you could skate it straight away. But the only downside was in the summertime.
You get burnt.
Australia got hot, man. Melbourne's not Queensland, but summer in Melbourne was just as hot as summer in Queensland. And we used to joke people would fry eggs on the deck.
Yeah.
It would cook straight away. So if you fell, there was if you wouldn't put your hand, I wouldn't put my hands down. I would get up using my elbow pads. If your skin touched, it would melt it off straight away.
I would skate this park in Merritt
It was
Island,
fast.
Florida, called Paradise Funplex, and they had a big vert ramp, and all the ramps were made out of metal. And
Yeah.
in the summer, it would get hot, and I would literally have third-degree burns all of my arms from falling.
Yeah, I
Horrible.
remember if it was summertime, I wouldn't do 540. One time I did a 540 for a slab of beer, a case of beer. That was a long time ago, and that was the only time I would do it in the summertime because metal ramp, when you come in, there's just like, it gives out, but it doesn't tell you when it's going to give out. Like plywood does. There's a little bit of grip, and when it starts to release, kind of like when you drift in a car, when you feel the tires give out, you know it's given out. On steel, you feel like you're stuck there, and then all of a sudden you're a little bit sideways, and by then it's too late. And then you get the chicken neck slam, which I really do not enjoy taking. Even when I was young, I used to hate that slam.
Is there
Felt
any
my brain's
tricks
getting squashed?
Any tricks that you used to do that you won't do anymore, and you wish that you would want to?
There's one trick that I want to do before it all ends, and it's coming. Like the end might be here already. But I think that if I talked about it to this other pro skateboarder vert guy, Paul Zitzer, who is also
Oh yeah.
legit, and he was like, backside 540, man, and I was like, I know. Like, I just want one more, you know? Like, because to me, that was a trick where I used to do it real easy, but it was also, you know, it's a legit trick. You do it wrong, you go in a hospital.
Yeah.
It's a man's move. I respect it. I respect myself for doing it. And at 51, if you could do one now, I would probably have that photo and be like, you know, I mean, no matter what anybody says, Jason, you were a tough bastard, because that's a feat.
Yeah.
But it would be, I'd have to go 5 days in a row. I was talking to Zitzer. We were like making a joke about renting a house, an Airbnb, and making a show where it's just all the old dudes that want to do one more 540, and we all live in a house for 5 days. Because he's like, 5 days? What about a month? And I was like, dude, I don't have a month. And he's like, man, 5 days? And I'm like, dude, I don't know how much more my body can take. I think by the 5th day, I either make it or I die, or it's both. Like, I'm going to be crippled by the end of it. But I was like, 5 days. We skate twice a day. And then all we do for the rest is recover. The whole day is recover. And then we go back and we do it. And then on the 5th day, hopefully, we know that this is the last session, and we all just stomp it or eat shit. Because I want to do one. So obviously that's not realistic, but it is realistic for me to get an Airbnb and just stay down there for 5 days and do it.
You got it. You got to do it.
It's just 5 days, man. It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's like these shows and all this other stuff. It's like not that. I'd have to go. I'd be on vacation, and then my vacation would be
work.
Work. But it would be work that I could justify the hell out of it.
I wanna.
What about you?
I shattered my heel doing a crook grind on Hollywood 16 when I was
Whoa!
19 years old.
16.
And my big,
Screw
I
that.
want to go back and I want to do it.
You want to do a 16
Yeah.
stair rail?
Yeah. I want to. Well, I used to have crook grinds on everything
Yeah,
first
but
try.
what year was that?
Yeah, no, 10 years ago, 13
Look, dude,
years ago.
I'm telling you, like it's like for me to spin a 5, it's not that dangerous.
Yeah.
For me to stand up on a 5 today, that's dead. I'm dead.
We got to do
So
it.
I know, but you're talking about 16 stair handrail. You don't get to bail that.
But imagine, see the respect
Like,
when
be
you were
honest-
laughing earlier?
be honest,
Imagine
if
I
you-
showed you the clip of me doing crook grind first try. You'd be like, oh, fuck.
Be honest.
Sorry,
if you
for-
went down that and you bailed, how sore would you be the next day?
Oh, and I shot out of that rail. So I ran up and I did a caveman board slide on it, and I was like, oh, I got this. Then I go for a crook grind, and I'm going. I'm committed, fully lean forward, ready to pop out. I shoot out. You know, that's a high rail, this high. My foot goes completely shattered. No insurance, no nothing. Go to Goodwill, get a boot on it.
Oh, that was the last time you were there.
Yeah. Well, I drive by and I look at it, and I'm with my fiance, like, man, I'm gonna hit that rail again one day.
I mean, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Do you do rails at all now?
No, the little ones. Yeah.
What's a little one?
Like I go to skate park. There's like a little
Okay, skate park.
little handrail.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, for me, it's like, I go skating, and it's like, if I get hurt, I can't go out on stage, and I can't make money, and I can't. It's just like it's so weird, because before, skateboarding was it. That's all I dreamt about. Didn't care about money, women, clothes, cars, anything. I just wanted to go skate. But now it's just like, it's so sad when you get older. And I was talking to Mikey Taylor about this, and it's just like you got to start prioritizing, you know, fucking what's making your money and career. Because I have a lot of friends that still skate and they're construction workers or they're this or that, and it's like I love it, I respect it. I just like come from being homeless. I can't. Yeah,
You want to be a star.
I just want to make
It's
money.
not a crime, man.
Yeah,
It's okay.
thanks, bro.
It's okay to want to be famous.
I don't want to be famous.
Yeah, you do.
No.
You do.
So
What, you say you hate it, or you just tolerate it? Be honest with me.
So no. I'll be real with you. Me and my fiance are very closed off people. I don't have too many friends. I don't like going out. I'm not a big people person.
Yeah.
But doing what I do, you have to be like that.
Yeah.
And you know, in this town, there's a lot of horrific people. People want to use you. People want to be mean to you. People just jerk offs. So the more money, the more fame, the more success, the more horrible people try to come around you. And it's like, for me, that like toxic, horrible lifestyle, I can't deal with it.
So
man.
there was a time though.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh
Right.
yeah. Well, it's like when I
Because
first
you
moved
only
out here.
learned that by being in it.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
when I first moved out here, all I wanted to do was like, I'm gonna get famous and people are gonna respect me and love me and da. And then there was a few years in like 2017 when I was like doing Teen Choice Awards, doing like sold out arenas, like big stuff, and doing all this awesome stuff. And I was just like, this is a horrible life.
It didn't make you happy when everybody thought you were cool and famous.
Because people would come up to you nonstop and ask for a photo or want to say hi, and it's
But
like
it's fake.
they really don't
Like when
give.
they don't. Like
Nope.
they take a photo of you and then they walk off and think about them again. Just like we do.
Yep.
Like everybody is thinking about themselves and we think they're thinking about us.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's embarrassing when you finally realize
Yeah,
it. But it's not. It's like life. I'm glad that I wouldn't know about it if I hadn't have gone into it so blindly.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I probably would have never would have got my foot wet if I had realized like the pool that I was jumping into. But I was like, this is a bunch of people that are just brilliant and want to flourish together.
Nope.
No.
We live in this world where people think like, look, I can build my skyscraper as high as I want, and so can you, and they won't affect each other. But some people think that if I build mine and I'm gonna be super successful, that you can't have yours right next to me. And we need to be in a world where, I help you with something, you help me with something, and there's nothing involved except for me trying to be friendly and nice with you, and you do something for me, and I don't expect nothing back in return.
Right.
It's just being a good human.
Right.
But that doesn't exist anymore, man.
Nah. It does seem tough.
I've gotten to the point where it's like everything right now in my life, from music to everything, is because of me, and I don't owe it to anybody. No one can take it from me. No one can say anything. I did it. It's all because of me, and I love that feeling.
Yeah.
I
respect
Got no
that.
daddy calling me like, hey, son, you got to, like, no, all me.
That sounds cool though.
Yeah.
I would like a daddy to call. My auntie's dying. She's rich. I keep waiting for her to send me money, but
You'll get it.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think she might be gay. I was just thinking about that today. I'm probably wrong, but nobody listens to this show anyway.
We're gonna get the viewers up.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. Yeah.
But I love her. I think I really like you.
Thank you, bro. I like you
Yeah.
too. You're cool, man.
Weird.
Yeah. Very weird. I don't like people.
Me too.
Yeah, people suck,
Right?
bro.
What is that?
Is
God.
are we weird or are they weird? Are we the outcasts?
I want to go with the second one, but
Yeah.
we might be somewhat to blame.
It makes me depressed because I see all these people with a lot of friends and they go out and they have fun and they love
Yeah.
everybody, and every
I've
day I
met some
wake
of those
up.
people.
Yeah, I wake up so upset at the world because everybody's so selfish and
Yeah, I've met some people lately where I was like, no way you're telling the truth. You guys are full of shit happy. And then I hung out with them for like a week and I was like, whoa, they're happy. How do you do that? What are you guys doing? Like, can I hang out? And then I realized when I was hanging out with them that sometimes other happy people would join their group and they'd be like, who are these posers? And I'd be like, dude, it's you. You are like untrustworthy of everybody. And it's like, this, you mean, is he a goober? Yeah, but he's a happy one, or would you want to hang out with like this, cool guy, badass guy who's a dick? and he's just gonna fuck you over and try to fuck your girlfriend. Or at least look at her pussy when you're not looking. Like,
I know those people.
I know, right?
I was at a wedding last weekend, and Adam Sandler was there.
Yeah, wait,
and
don't say he looked at your pussy.
No, I was hanging out with him, dancing with him, having fun, and nobody was being nice to me at all. I stuck out. I was like in a hippie outfit, and my girlfriend is all hippie, and everybody there like comes for money and like give me dirty looks. I have like face tattoos, and as soon as Adam comes up to me and starts talking with me, being friendly, dancing with me, having a good time, everybody started to be nice. And then I go to the bathroom, and this like douchebag guy like comes up and tries. First I introduce. I'm like, yeah, this is my fiance, and he's like, oh yeah. So then I go to the bathroom, and when I'm in the bathroom, he goes up and he like tries to talk to her and hit on her. I'm like, bro, get your little club promoting,
seriously,
daddy's money ass out of here, bro. It's just like those fake people are so cheeseball, bro. I can't like. The egos, I feel like everybody just needs to OD on some shrooms and have an ego death, and then wake up and realize that we need to love each other and just be good and not be a scumbag. Everybody wants to be a scumbag for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's not cool.
Yeah, I have to kill my ego all the time
Heard that.
because it keeps growing. I can't, I gotta pull it out at the roots. I just don't know where those roots are. Wait, your fiance's staring.
Yeah, she's looking at me. First of all, I don't.
Okay, it's tough, man. Because it got you here, you know what I mean? A little bit of it got you here, you know? It's like, I ain't giving up. You don't know who I am, you know what I mean? Like, that guy got me here, you know? Like, you were wrong, Jason. People have no idea. I'm like, they do. You're an idiot. But still, ego was like made up a fantasy about Jason Ellis being some brilliant mind of sorts or brilliant athlete, like living in my own lunchbox. Where I'm like, I'll show you. You have no idea. I'm gonna shine.
See, but
you know what I mean?
that is what got you there. Because that's
I
what got me here.
I know.
My whole life.
Now you're here. You know, I don't need to get on the top of the roof and tell everybody they're a bitch.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
I was literally just had a phone call with my manager. I'm like, I'm tired of this fucking. I'm tired of freaking. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm tired of putting on an act and not being myself and not calling these people out for being pieces of crap. It's like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I'm like, I wish I was. Look, I know I'm not the most intelligent person. I dropped out of high school. You know, I don't have a college degree. But I feel like I am intelligent in other ways.
Yeah.
And I wish I was just ignorant to everything bad. Like a lot of people are. A lot of people are just wake up every day and no matter what goes on in their life, they're happy and they're going to work and they're, for me, I'd be miserable, but they're happy. I wish I was like that.
Yeah, see, school people, yeah, sure. You learn all the things you read in the book or whatever. Congratulations, you memorized it. And that makes you kind of smart, I guess. But I know a bunch of other stuff. Like, I didn't spend my time memorizing books, you fucking nerds. I memorized street rules, street life. How to survive, how to shine when somebody's full of shit, when there's a rat, when there's smoke being blown up your ass, when somebody's billionaire bullshit lies are exactly that. She doesn't really like you, and neither do her friends. They never did.
You just wrote a song, bro. I might have to take that.
Just let me play guitar on it or something.
We'll jam one day. We'll burn up and we'll jam and have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'm 5 minutes from you, bro. I live right down the street.
Dude, we could probably hang out.
Well, I think we should.
Not for long periods of time though, right? Yeah.
Baby, what do I always say? People come over to my house, bro, and they just want to linger.
Yeah, what is up
and
with that?
I'm just like, bro.
Not me, dude. I got stuff to do. I want to go home and bone people and stuff.
Yeah, amen.
That whole thing comes out.
Man, it's okay. It's okay. I love you. You're good.
Yeah. I think it's weird. I'm not sure yet, but I might love you too.
You could. I think you could, bro. Yeah. You're a good dude, bro. I feel that energy.
You are too.
Yeah. I wasn't
got
gonna bring
eyes.
you. I wasn't gonna bring you one of these rings because I only have 10 of them. And I was like, you know what? I saw that little bullet thing you posted, and I was like, I gotta give my man one.
Yep. I like him.
You're a good dude, bro. Thank you for having me on here, man.
Thanks for being on here.
Thank you for bringing me on here instead of the other podcast. This is the one I wanted to go on. So.
Oh,
yeah,
bullshit. You want to go on with Tony Hawk. See, he does
no,
still want to
this
play
is
the
the one.
game. Maybe if you talk to Miles, maybe he can get you on.
Miles, who do...
I have no play in that. Yeah, you know what? If we make a song together, maybe Tony will be on the song.
There we go.
He sings with everybody.
Whoa.
He's kind of annoying me. I'm singing on this track. I'm singing with this guy. I'm like, dude, I swear to God, if you join 9 Inch Nails, I'm going to punch you in the dick. because he does stuff with Trent Reznor too.
Oh, dope,
yeah,
dope.
I know.
Did you
It's annoying.
did you always wanted to be a musician, or was it stemmed from the skateboarding?
Nah, check it out. I had a band, and then I quit the band because I was going to America to be a pro skateboarder. Yeah.
I mean, could be worse.
Yeah, well, I kind of had a feeling, though. You know what? When I look back and then I see all these other bands, I was like, I probably would have been a pretty famous rock star, but I also loved drugs a lot. And in my skateboard times, when I was the best skateboarder in the world, it wasn't popular and there was no money, and I was a hound. I would have done, like my friends know, the only reason I didn't OD is because I didn't have enough money to buy a big enough bag of coke.
Yeah.
Like, I would just get grams because I never had any money. But if I had like millions of dollars, instead of getting a fucking like a 8-ball, I would have been just antiquing myself, just fistfuls on the face.
Yeah, that's where I am with marijuana and shrooms. It's kind of bad. But Riley is in a band. Is he still in a band? Because I saw some of that.
Yeah,
he's
Riley
sick.
Hawk.
Yeah,
he's on tour.
No way.
Yeah, he's on tour.
Wow.
Yeah, he hangs out with those guys all the time. They're all music. Like he's Tony's wife's son, so his stepson.
Oh, dope.
But he's got it's him and his other brother, and then Tony. They all like jam. They all of them can play music. It's weird.
Do you know what I really adore about Riley, bro? He's really, really good at skateboarding.
He's amazing.
And
He's a proper pro.
Proper pro.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, with his father being who he is, he could have been horrible and probably still had some success.
Yeah,
but he's
when your dad's Tony, your cheese factor has been cut down.
But then he goes
doesn't even
and
have social media. That's how real.
Bro,
he is.
that's why he's so sick. And
He's
then he goes and he
advanced.
rides for Baker. I'm just like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he's ahead of it.
Yeah, I really messed with that. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome, bro.
He's actually trying to come over to learn how to throw some hands.
Let's go.
He does jujitsu a lot.
Whoa,
Like
okay.
a lot. Apparently, he's like a bit of a killer.
Whoa.
So look out for him.
There you go.
I don't think anyone's going to be messing with that guy, but just in case. All right. Where can we find you, Chad? Where do we go?
So you can find me. Go check out my music on Spotify or YouTube or iTunes on Chad Tepper. I have my first debut studio album with my label Epitaph coming out August 11th. We have some big producers on there. Pierre Bouvier of Simple Plan. He's the lead singer. He also produced for me. Never produces for anybody. I have Matt Malpass, who has done every big album from like Blink-182 to like everybody else. And yeah, we got some really good features on there, and we're living the dream, man. So go check me out.
I don't know who those guys are, but they sound pretty fresh.
You have. If I played it, you would know.
Okay. All right. Thanks for being on the show. Check out more show, because I'm going to do more show right now with Dingo. Patreon.com/Ellis, mate, because I do shows. That's what I do. Don't die.